Welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, we break down the fallout from Clash in Italy, discuss the latest from Raw and Smackdown, and dive into the opening round of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. We'll cover matches, the outcomes, our Bueno and No Bueno, plus a few honorable mentions from AEW. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a stack, and let's get it on! Primo. You know what? I'm so happy you're wearing that hat because we got to talk about this first, man. Before we get into wrestling, let's just talk about how last night's game, I don't know about you, man, but it had me sweating, dude. I was like, why am I watching? I'm a jinx. No, like the last 10 seconds of that game, man. Like walk me through that. Walk me through like what happened there. Why did the pass go wrong? Why did he get aggravated?
Well, it was so I was only able to watch I was at work last night. So I was only able to get the last like 2 minutes of everything. And if I can recall correctly, it was off a rebound. Knicks had missed a shot. It was off a rebound. When Bayana gets the rebound and he turns around and he's looking up court. Now his teammate is running up court.
Right.
And Wemby's expecting him to turn around to receive this pass because you got a break. Right now, if you look at it, you had a break. Jalen was behind his teammate, and on the other side of the court, I don't think anybody had started moving yet. Josh Hart maybe started breaking back to the basket. Maybe. So they had a break. So Wemby just goes to throw the outlet pass, but my man didn't turn around. And Wemby was so, and this is where I think age and maturity has something to do with it. With that much time left, I think Wemby got that rebound and was just so amped and was just so like this that he's like, all right, I gotta outlet it. I gotta get it out of here. We got to push. We have numbers. We can score. But the guy didn't turn around, and so it bounces off his back. And Nick, he just is everywhere at the most opportune times. Jalen Brunson, because it was two games ago that he tipped that one ball out to Mikal Bridges, and then it came back to him and hit the three that put us up, and then we never looked back. And then in this game, as soon as it goes off the Spurs guy's back, there's Jalen. So he picks it up, and he's over by the going out almost out of bounds. And Wemby, I think, once again, overzealous. Now I have to stop. I have to fix what I just did, and I have to make sure he can't move because this is the one guy we don't want to have the ball.
And then boom,
anyone else can beat us.
Yeah.
And overzealousness foul. Sending
like
Jalen to the line for two.
Spear, right? That's what it felt like.
Close. It was a solid check. It was a solid, he lowered the shoulder. But then, then Jalen goes to the line for two, and this is who you want. You want Jalen Brunson. This guy hits fucking everything, and of course he misses one.
Yeah.
But so that was, if we lost that game because we were up, because I was working, but I had my phone at the ready, like checking scores. And me and this, like 2 or 3 other people, other servers were doing it.
Right.
And I was like, great, we're up 10. We're up 14. This is fantastic. And all of a sudden it's like, no, we're tied. No, we're still tied. Oh shit. Now we're down by 1. Now we're up by 1. And then Wemby just missed an open shot. And once again, I think this is where, maturity has to, takes its place. This is a young team. The Spurs are a young team. By the way, this is Other Sports with Eddie and Ariel.
For sure.
So they're a young team. So they will be back and champions in their own time. I just hope it's not this year. But then the next, solid defense, good rebounding, and we stole 2 games in San Antonio against a 62-win team, a very good number 2 seed in a very stacked Western Conference.
Yeah.
That was, I will happily take it because I was thinking we steal 1, we're lucky, because while we are playing the best basketball anyone's ever seen in the past however long, what they're doing in this 13 game winning streak is unreal. Like they're blowing teams out. They're not winning by a couple games. They're winning by like 2 or 3. They were blowing people out by 20,
like
30,
30 points. Yeah.
So yeah, man. So I mean, I gotta rep, because and that's the thing is I felt the same way. Like, oh, I don't want to jinx it. But the thing with basketball is it's such a game of runs, and it's just who gets the last one. Because I said that to Amanda the game one. I was like, it's a game of runs, and then Jalen hit that 3, and then we went on like an 8-0 run to finish the game out.
Yeah, man.
And once I saw we were up by 12, I'm like, they're gonna come back. It was 5 minutes left in the third. I was like, there's so much game left.
Right.
So, but
you know what's I know, but you know what's crazy, right? Like one more comment before we move on to like wrestling. But it was crazy because all the videos that have popped out, after the fact, and this one guy was like, they were interviewing him. It's like, how long have you been waiting for the Knicks to get like this? And he's like, since I was 14 and I'm 40 now. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like that gap but I mean, you're right. They're making history and it's an incredible thing to watch.
It's an incredible run. It's an incredible run.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, he's right, because it was 1999 the last time they went to the finals, and they played the Spurs.
Yeah.
And this was an 8th seed New York team with an injured Patrick Ewing, a hampered Larry Johnson.
Yeah.
And they lost to David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and the Spurs. And I mean, it's David Robinson, Tim Duncan. Like, I mean, shit, dude.
Right.
But it's been that long. Now I'm 46, and so I was maybe 20 when that happened. Maybe 19, something like 19, 20, something like that. It's insane. Bro. It's insane, man. It's a quarter of a century.
So now, do you think 2 decades? You think we take it in 4 or we take it in 5? You think Spurs get one at least?
I don't want to say yes, because that means we lose on our home floor.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're gonna lose on our home floor. Like, it's really fucking tough, because I don't think my okay. I'm gonna be transparent here also. I'm hoping we win in 5.
Okay.
Here's my reasoning. Because I have to work on Wednesday when game 4 would be. But I'm off on Saturday when game 5 would be. So full transparency, I would like to be off, because now, if not, hopefully if not, then I gotta be like, hey man, who wants to work my shift? Somebody take my shift. I can't. I have to watch the damn Knicks play.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is history, and I mean, if you would have told me we take 1 out of 2, I say we have a very good chance to win the championship. We have 2. We have to win 2 of 5 fucking games, 3 of which are at home.
Yeah.
So
it's on our side.
Not now, when? So let's go New York, baby. Go New York, go.
But great way to transition, because we just did, the basketball New York Knicks talk. But then I see that you got our boys, 5150, one of New York's finest tag teams, Danny Limelight and Slice Boogie. Shout out to the boys.
Repping them.
I love that.
Yeah, nah, man. Once you I gotta hit you for the hats. But yeah, no. Once you sent that package, man, I was like, oh shoot! I saw this shirt, and then was it the LWO one in the bag, like the nice bag? Whoa,
yeah, that was tough,
this is lovely. This is lovely. And then of course the Orton hat, which is my new favorite hat. I've thought wearing it on the podcast, and the reason I haven't is because of the Knicks. Because I'm repping the Knicks. It's the only reason I haven't put it on, because it's truly my most comfortable hat. So thank you again for that, Eddie. So for the listeners, Eddie purchased me while he was in Vegas for WrestleMania Con weekend, all the fun stuff. He picked up a Randy Orton hat for me that is just dope, and I have fallen in love with it like the minute I opened it. So
I figured it's the perfect dad hat, and you're a Randy guy, so I was like, he's gonna love this.
It is. It's a dad hat, dude. Dude, I like dad hats. It's crazy. I'm like, yeah, dude.
You got the dad hat, like head, so it works.
I fucks with the dad hat. Like I fucks with it.
All right. Well, let's get back to business, and let's talk wrestling.
Danhausen. We can incorporate it. We can use Danhausen as the bridge. Danhausen is the bridge. They're talking about him on Sports Center and shit, because they're like, yo, ever since he uncursed the Knicks, this is the tear they've been on. So this is exactly how we work it in. So now we can speak about Danhausen and WWE. Here we go.
Here we go. Actually, we're going to talk about AEW real quick. Some honorable mentions, right? So MJF defended his title against Rush. And what a match. You know what made this match so good was the fact
Mm,
that Rush, which is a Latino Mexicano wrestler,
right.
um, you know, he came in very serious, you know what I mean? And everybody was giving him props. You know, Andrade came up to him and was like, do this for you, do this for your family. You got this, you're gonna be champion. And obviously, like, you know, for wrestling fans that have been watching forever, it's like, all right, MJF just got the title. He's not gonna lose it to
Yeah,
on a
he's not
dynamite.
driving. You
Right.
you and your hot potato over here.
Right, but not no. But but what a match. I mean, what a match. There were seconds, there were moments where you were like, "Oh, are we really gonna do this?" But no, I
Mhm,
mean, that's what makes MJF so incredible because he's the type of wrestler. And I was talking to somebody about this the other day, my buddy Sean from work, and we were talking about how MJF is the reason why that MJF and Darby Allin match was so good was because he learned from his lesson. Like he learned his lessons from his last match with Darby. Like hit him with, you
right,
know, the 4 coffin drops and boom, boom, boom. And if you watch their double or nothing match, he reversed everything except for one
mm.
coffin drop, which was like done on like the scaffolding onto a table, which
Yeah,
obviously
so they
MJF
weren't gonna do anything with that. Yeah, that's
right.
that you have to land
But
perfectly.
but if you're into storytelling and if you're into like the growth of a character and like wrestling and stuff, you were like, oh, he scouted him. He was ready for him. This is why MJF
Right,
is an incredible champion because he was ready. You know what I mean? So little things like that you start picking at and you're like, okay, cool. So great match.
okay.
I suggest everybody go back and watch it. It was a standard
Well,
episode,
I
nothing
I
bad.
mean, Roosh is, he's been around for a while there at AEW.
Yep,
Like, I
yep, yep,
remember
yep.
him there a while back, and I'm like, "Man, he's still there?" Like, I said when you were like they fought because I saw it I was watching HBO Max, and there was a commercial for it,
Yeah.
of course. I was like, "Hey, AEW Dynamite," and I was like, MJS vs. Roosh. I was like, "Oh, shit. Roosh, they giving Roosh a little love here." I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, cool." Like, because
Well deserved.
he was good. All the matches I seen him, and this was a while back,
Yeah.
solid,
Solid match.
like,
Yeah,
uh,
solid competitor. Yeah. And then obviously for the Owen Hart tournament, we had Will Ospreay versus Mark Davis. Great match as well. Will Ospreay doesn't disappoint. He's another one that, you know, selfishly I would eventually want him to come to WWE at some point just because
right.
it kind of like an AJ Styles situation. Like let him be big somewhere else for sure. But
Mhm.
you know, do your last 5, 10 years with us. You know what I mean? Over at WWE, just cause, man. You
Right.
you gotta you
Just
gotta go.
'cause.
Just cause, man. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. But you know,
Yeah.
those are my shout outs for that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Alright,
So
alright.
let's get into Monday Night Raw in Torino, Italia. And I have 2 no buenos and a lot of
Really?
buenos. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
Wow.
So I can't wait to talk
Because
about this.
I'm actually let down after what happened last week.
Really?
I was like, I liked last week better.
Did you?
Okay, let's go. Let's
Let's get
go.
it. Let's get it. All right, let's go to no buenos, right? First no bueno.
Okay.
I do not like that Sol Ruka had a moment to come out and celebrate her intercontinental win. I feel like they're putting too much hype behind her. I just feel like it was a wasted opportunity to set up the next beef. It's like usually when that happens and then somebody celebrates, you know, we get like a Natty come out, a Bailey, somebody saying, "Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Right.
calm down. You just, you know, you pull the fast one on Becky, but that's not gonna happen with me. Ba ba ba. Let's set it up. Let's get it." You know what I mean? No, it was a
Right.
clean celebration moment. Yay! She gets pyro fireworks, and then she just dips. And I was like, "Well, that was dumb. I didn't like that. What'd you think?"
Well, I mean, I feel like they did this a couple times on this episode because they did it with Roman Reigns and the boys in the beginning. Well, I
Yeah.
was like, okay, someone's music gonna hit. Like, come on, be like I was waiting for man, man, and whatever that sound effect that LA Knights is, man, like the person with the talking thing, the guy in
Night.
South Park, LA Night, like that, like the South Park guy, And I'm not trying to make fun of anyone who has his voice box. But yeah, no, it was like I was waiting for that, and this was another part of it. However, I disagree with you in that it's her first belt. You're pushing her, obviously. So yeah, give her a moment. This is a chance to give her the moment. Let her take a moment by herself, be out in that ring and see how she does and see how the crowd reacts. This is a great way to gauge that. So that's why I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine because you give her your time. Can she captivate that crowd when she's in there by herself, when she's not talking to somebody else or beefing with somebody else? So that's why I was like, And not that I was thinking that the whole time, but I was like, yeah, no, give her a moment. You're pushing her. It's time. You would have done it. You did it for Braun Breaker. You do it for anyone who wins a new belt mostly. So why not?
Okay, okay. Like I said, I just wish it was just a little bit more as far as like setting up the next thing. That's all. But I mean, sure,
Right.
she could have her
Well, yeah,
moment.
no,
That's
no.
fine.
I mean, they have a long they have a way to go, and it's I I think for me things have kind of been moving quick in some aspects with the
Uh-huh.
show, like the rushing stuff. So I feel like taking a moment to slow play some shit is cool.
Okay. All right. I like it. I like it. This is why we talk these things out, man. The
Mm,
next no bueno item, right? And I may be a little biased right now in regards to La Noche because I heard the conversation that he had with Chris Van Vliet recently. And my impression of that conversation, and he and it like and on social media they reposted this too. He was like, he said something along the lines of like, oh, I'm like a man with no country in WWE right now, meaning like he doesn't know where he belongs. He doesn't know what they're gonna do with him next, that kind of thing, right?
right. Right.
And unless this is like they're using Chris Van Vliet's platform to like set up something later, my
Mhm.
issue with it is the way that that conversation felt, came across to me was, LA Knight came off like kind of ungrateful, almost like they don't know what to do with me. So I'm just here to collect a paycheck and it is what it is. Now, the reason why I have a problem with this is because you know who else had that same attitude when they were still in WWE? Um, Dean Ambrose, when he had his interview with
Mhm.
Stone Cold on Broken, Skull Sessions. Uh,
Right.
it made me like him less in WWE because he was just like when Stone Cold was like, "Yeah, so who are your favorite legends and who is this and who's that?" And then he's like, "Ah, well, I like this person, but I mean, it is like it was almost like he was a guy that didn't grow up loving the business and he just was like there to collect a paycheck." Now,
Mhm.
after that conversation and when he became John Moxley, his character evolved and it was like I feel like now that love that was missing in that conversation is there now in
Mhm.
AEW, but I
I
feel
mean,
I had that same vibe with LA Knight in this particular segment with him and with Adam Pierce and talking about, oh, the bloodline and this and that. And I'm like, bro, why are you trying so hard if you don't even want to be there? So that maybe that's just me because of that conversation, but I don't know. What did you think of his
mhm.
segment with Adam Pierce?
His segment with Pierce is it's a way to keep him involved, because you have to. Now they did fumble the ball with him because at his peak, because he's lost a lot of the backing that he had fan wise and push wise. I mean, obviously push wise, but fan wise, he lost a lot of it. He was really really high quite some, for quite some time. Is when
Yeah.
I was hating on him, and
Yeah.
now I see the bullshit. Then I'm like, man, I feel bad for this dude. In terms of the conversation with Pierce, that's whatever. That's they're setting up whatever, trying to figure out a storyline, trying to get him something. The conversation with Van Fleet, I think, is different because I don't necessarily see it as like I'm just going there to like get a paycheck. I think more it's a cry for help.
Mm,
Like I'm out here telling these motherfuckers, you don't know what to do with me. So I feel lost. Like maybe no one's listening to him, and this is his way to do it. So I think that could be two sides of a coin. We
mm.
in terms of because when you said that my mindset was well he's out there like kind of calling him out like hey man I'm here do
Do
something with
something
me
with me.
you
Yeah.
can you like so I see it a little differently there. The segment, like I said with Pierce, it was more so I'll put that on the no buenos about just boredom. Out of
Yeah.
like, yes, you're upset with the bloodline as fucking always. How long has this been now with you and this bloodline? Like, come on, man. So that yeah, but I think I personally with the interview thing, I think it's more of just like a guys, come on, like you're dropping the ball here, like hardcore.
Okay. All right. So maybe I'm just being a little too harsh, but I hear you. I hear you, and I like it. This again. That's why I love
I mean,
talking
look,
to my
I
team
mean,
about it.
and I'm this is me just speculating. This is me
Yeah.
truly speculating. I know nothing. I'm not like the man on the inside. I like new. I'm purely just like, hey, I'm gonna roll the dice and see where this comes. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this fact. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, but all right, so let's jump into the buenos because I got a few that I actually did enjoy. Right? You ready?
Great.
Let's
Let's
get it.
do this.
All
All
right.
right.
I did like the acknowledgement segment, the opening of the show. So actually, here's another show that I heard, the Not Sam podcast that he had Dave LaGreca from Busted Open on there. They were talking
Mhm,
about Mascara versus Mascara, AEW,
mhm,
all these things, and they made a very valid point, right? Actually, Dave,
mhm.
shout outs to Dave LaGreca because he made a very, very important point, and I think I finally figured out why I gave up on AEW and why I wish they would do this so that way it could feel more familiar when I do watch their product, right? But
Good.
what is the number one thing that WWE does every time a PLE is over the next day on the show? What is the first thing you see? What is the first thing they do?
No, they do the package from the show. They do the 90-second package or the 2-minute package,
Right,
whatever package of the previous night's events, but they never show the pin. They show the thing leading up to the pin, and then you hear 1, 2, 3, and it's
right,
like a
right,
still
right,
shot, and then they show the hand raised, and
right,
Randy Orton wins. Ah!
right. So they do that, and they also, shout out their accolades, right? It was a sold out show in Italy, a full house, the largest gate in Italy, that all these things. So they
Mhm.
celebrate their wins because that package made the event look like a 5-star, amazing
Yeah.
event. But when you
Right.
watched it, you were like, it was like a 6 or a 7 at best, right? And
Okay.
that's something that AEW does not do. So, like, they had accolades and accomplishments for Double or Nothing, right? They were like the largest, New York, event that they posted, like 20,000 completely sold out in Queens, da 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 da, the X number on pay per view purchases, all these things. Like, you
Right.
read through the internet or through social media, but they
Mhm.
never put it in a package and celebrate their wins on Dynamite the next day. And it's kind of like
Okay.
back to business as normal. And then it's a new person like calling out somebody else. And
Mhm.
you almost feel lost because if you're not religiously watching the product and you're new to AEW because you heard that the PLE was so good, you're going in there as like, okay, so who's this guy? Did he win at the pay
Mhm.
per view? Like
Right.
they don't gas themselves up. And Dave LaGreca called that out, and I was like, he's absolutely right. It's like,
Right.
I don't care because if I didn't watch the PLE, I'm just watching a standard episode of wrestling. That's it.
Right.
I mean, what are your
Right.
thoughts on his opinion on
Well,
that?
because yeah, because it's not at that point you're not it's not the one after a PLE. It's any episode on any given week. It's
Right.
not they WD they I forever will say this. The editing and video package team at WWE has
Always.
been amazing for as long as I can remember, and I'm 46. Like they do such a great job of putting montages and video packages with music and such and editing things down. It's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely. I didn't realize that AEW didn't do it like that. I just because once again I'm not a big
Yeah.
AEW viewer. But yes, that is missing something huge because to your point, if I don't have HBO Max or if I don't want to spend the $50, $60 and know the back channel ways to watch online, but I want to see something the next day, like before we get into what happens live, I want to be brought up to speed. I want
Right.
to have all the information I can going in. You're
Right.
not giving that to me.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. And to the thing that I said with WWE, they'll show you the thing, the final move, whatever, but they won't show the
The full
pinfall,
clip because you
which
have
is
to watch
fine.
it. Yeah.
But you know who wins. They still go. You'll hear Michael Cole in the background. Here's the winner. Like
Yeah.
so, I think AEW. I think that's a great point. I never even thought about it because once again, not a big AEW watcher, and that's a very fine detail that I would not be picking out.
Yeah.
So no, I think that's a great astute observation on his part. And I agree with it. It stinks because you should do that. You should get people up to speed in some way, shape, or form, and not have them just read about it, before they watch. Because then that's what you do. You're like, oh, let me read about it before I go and watch the episode because you're not
Yeah.
gonna tell me what happened. You know.
Exactly.
So,
But to bring it
so
full circle, that's exactly what I liked about the opening segment was they gave you the
mhm,
recap. They made it look
right,
incredible, even though it wasn't that
right,
great. And, they opened up the show with Roman and the Usos coming out to the ring. And I did love it. because you did get the ability to see Jacob, be a man of his word and acknowledge Roman Reigns. I think the one thing that pissed me off, because obviously as a Latino and having, and growing up in a family of a lot of primos and primas, like for real, uh, I just got so mad at Jey Uso egging on the situation, because you always got a primo or prima that does that. Like, oh, cágalo, yeah, It's like, bro, shut up. This has nothing to do with you. Like, my problem is with this primo. You shut your mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that brought back like memories, and I was just like, oh, like if it was me and if it was 10-year-old Eddie, I would have punched that dude in the face. Like, get out of here with that.
Memories. Half the time you was the one that get them on. That's why I like Coach Cartman. This is like half the time it's you. I remember.
Hearsay.
Look, you in the middle of everything. Please. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, man. It's. I was annoyed by that shit too. I was like, really, Jay? Like, and I'm glad Fatu said something. Like, yo, man, I lost to him. I ain't lose to you. Shut the fuck up.
Shut your mouth.
Like, shut the fuck up. I ain't lose to you. No, thank you. I ain't dealing with this. I lost to him. I'm gonna do my due. And shout outs and props. And I dug, put the finger up at the end. And I was like, all right, like, man of his word. He said he was gonna come out and acknowledge and fall in line, and here we are. So I thought the segment was a little long, but needed to happen. So I was cool with it.
Yeah.
But we're back with the bloodline thing, and I'm like, great, I get it. This worked so well years ago. We're gonna try and play off it a little bit. I understand that, but let's do something kind of else. Let's kind of like you gave Roman the belt, and he's already got the two lackeys behind him already.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep them separate. Let's try to use them on their own. Like, let's give it a whirl. I mean, please, you have an abundance of talent that you can put them up against, and I think it's just it's just going to the well one too many times.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I hear you. All right. And then the next one, the Bueno item on the list, the first men's King of the Ring tournament match. We got Oba, Melo, Penta, Solo. I thought it was a solid match.
You knew what was happening. Going, you called it last week. And then I read you the thing. You're like, so Oba, and I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
Right. But I mean, for a split second, I did have a thought in my head when the match was happening, that maybe a Brock interference was going to happen, and then maybe Melo or Solo was going to move forward. So I kind of wish that would have happened. But it does make sense that Oba wins, so it's like I was still happy with it. So that's why I put it in the Bueno. What did you think?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's Bueno. Like, I love the fact that Oba won. Love it. I mean, I would have been happy with anybody except Solo winning, because I'm a Penta guy and I'm a Melo guy, and I think I mean, Penta has the belt on him already, so don't have to really do anything with that. This would move Melo into kind of a higher status.
Yeah.
But it had to be Oba. And I, like you, was expecting a Brock Lesnar interference. I'm like, the only way Oba doesn't win is if Brock comes in and doesn't have to F5 him. Maybe he just shows up in the stands and Oba just sees red and just leaves and count out. Or, he just leaves himself in the match, and then you have, the three guys left. So I dug it in terms of, I dig that Oba won. Yeah, I mean, it was a good match.
I thought it was good.
You knew it was going to happen. I mean, the problem is you have to figure out how to stop this train, unless you plan on putting a strap on Oba at SummerSlam. You have to figure out a way to stop this train. Brock Lesnar did it, but when he beats Brock on their next go round, it's gonna be tough to stop the momentum that is Oba Femi coming into SummerSlam, being the king of the ring and having a shot at a title.
So
it's gonna be tough.
So let's fast forward a little, because I don't think Oba wins, because once you see who wins and goes against him on SmackDown, which we could say it's Dominic Mysterio, there's no way Dom survives that unless Brock Lesnar or the Judgment Day interferes to help Dominic. You know what I mean?
Well, Dom's on the other side of the bracket.
No, it's Oba versus Dom.
I thought they were on opposite sides of the bracket.
No, you know why I specifically remember that? Because Michael Cole was like, oh no, Wade Barrett was like, oh, Dominic wins. And he's like, yeah, don't get too excited. He's going against Oba next week. So I was like,
So maybe next week is where Brock Lesnar interferes.
right. That's what I'm
Because
saying. Yeah. Because
yeah,
how does Dominic survive that?
he shouldn't. I mean, he shouldn't. This is this is a tough one, man. This is tough. Like he's going to, and that's the beautiful part of this.
Yeah.
Is he's going to advance, and we're gonna be like fucking awesome. Like it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna sit there and be like, yes, as much as I love Oba Femi, this is fucking awesome. Like, and kudos to them on the way they did it. Like it's gonna be shit. Well, so okay, so how do you stop the momentum? You use Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Because this match, well, when will this match happen? Before the next
week.
PLE that these two idiots are fighting at?
I believe that match is going to happen on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Sorry, I'm trying to bring up the bracket now so I can see and make sure they're on the same side of the bracket.
You want to trust? You want to trust but verify? Is that what you're doing?
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, that's gonna be. Oh
yeah, you see it, right?
Yeah. Ay Dios mío.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to pray the rosary for that guy. But
oh my God, this one guy's dead, bro. Hey, it's nice knowing you, Dom.
Better let's keep the ball rolling. Definitely enjoyed the tag match with Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Rusev and Ethan Page. What a great match. I mean, I feel like these episodes were filled with great matches because I feel like a lot of the matches the wrestlers were given time to do the things that they wanted to do. You know what I mean? Because I could say the same thing for the women's match on the SmackDown side, which we'll get to later. But I saw a whole lot of that in these two episodes, and that's why I felt like they were so good. But I love this match. What did you think of their match?
I always say it. The in-ring product is always fantastic.
Yeah.
These are such gifted and amazing storytellers that it's immersive. It brings you in. Like, so the matches are always fantastic, which is why they get by the way they do. My beef with this episode, as opposed to last week's, was I think last week was more of bringing in storylines or starting to introduce and starting to change. Where here we're kind of continuing them, or we're like kind of progressing through. So the match itself, I mean, I have a lot of respect. I think Ethan Page is absolutely fantastic. You know, I mean, Rusev, I know you're a huge Rusev guy. So I know that had you going, and you're a huge Ray guy, and you know, and I mean Dragon Lee's solid. I mean Dragon Lee's very, very. He's a very.
As much as I don't like him as a character, I do like his in-ring work. Yeah,
he's very underutilized, and he could be. I mean, that's why he's there, you know, and they haven't moved him like AAA or something. But but I think the match was good. I just think it was once again more so kind of filler because you brought up Ethan Page. You want to keep him involved. You have Rusev. You want to keep him involved. You're trying to gear people to AAA, so you're using Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee a little bit.
Good call.
Absolutely. So I think this is a way to kind of keep some of the mouths you're trying to feed happy. I think this could have been done in a backstage segment that was a third of as long as this was, and you could have put something else, you know, given time for another match or something like that. I don't know. Once again, I'm very nitpicky because I'm just getting older and I'm get off my lawn style.
But I mean, back to the list. The next match too, a great match between all four women competitors for the Queen of the Ring tournament. The first match of their tournament bracket between Julia, Roxanne Perez, Io Sky, Lash Legend. This was also an obvious one, right? I mean, you knew Io was going to go and advance between those four.
See, I didn't necessarily think that.
Really? Who'd you think?
I thought honestly, I thought they were going to give it to Lash.
Oh,
like, because I'm like, this is a point where once again, beating a dead horse. Some people don't need this. Io doesn't need this. Io is so amazing on her own in anything that she does. She doesn't need this. This is an opportunity, which is why I get annoyed when Seth Rollins wins Money in the Bank. He doesn't need it. It's this. You have an opportunity to use this platform to elevate some talent, right?
Okay.
I would have, because it was Io, it was Julia, Lash, and Roxanne Perez.
That's it.
I would have been happy with any of the three. And I love Io. You know, she's my favorite female wrestler. You know, that's like that's my boo.
Yeah.
Like I fucks with Io Scott. Like that's like. So for me to say I would have been happy with anybody else one, just because she don't need it. She don't need it.
Yeah.
Here was a chance for you to kind of build, and I think it was kind of a waste because we'll talk about the Smackdown because there was a move with Julia, but I think it's time you repackage her because now we have to find out what we have.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's absolutely amazing. You've put the stuff on her in NXT. So you've shown that you have faith in her. So I think it's time to shake things up, which they did on SmackDown. We'll talk about. But I think this might have been kind of a better thing because now also with the beef that she has with old girl on SmackDown,
Kiana James,
the fine one, yeah, Kiana James, yeah.
The fine one,
the fine, she's fine, Kiana's fine. Like I think you could have built that also. Like Kiana's like, I was, you won your tournament. Now you're going to cost me mine. Like we'll talk about it later. But I think this was an opportunity to do so. So as much as I love Io, this was on my no bueno side because I'm like, she doesn't need it. She doesn't because you're not. She was the royal. I mean, you might give her the Queen of the Ring because it's one thing she hasn't won yet. It probably won't give her the championship, but maybe this is when she goes against her homegirl Rhea Ripley again,
right?
And you start to do this, so I get it, but I think it's unnecessary. I think this is a chance for you to elevate somebody else to at least put them in a more important match with more eyes on it that carries more weight. I'm not saying Julia would have had to won or Lash would have had to won the tournament, but you put them in the next, the semifinal. You're like, oh shit, okay, they made the semifinal. Okay, cool. Like, yeah, respect. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was a little thrown off.
No, I like it, man. I that was really in depth. You really had some feelings on that one. I love that. That was good, man. That was good.
I mean, hey man,
hey man.
Sometimes like DMX said, sometimes you just know. I can feel it calling in the air. Sorry.
And then finally, and then we get the final match of the evening, Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins. And what's funny about this, two things. One, it was a great match, right? And shout outs to Vigilante on Instagram putting out a story reel saying Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins was the best match of Clash of Italy because obviously they're still in Italy, but it was such a banger of a match. I mean, Paul Heyman gets taken out. They all didn't miss a step, by the way. That match was clean, not like Backlash. Backlash took me out of it. This one was good. Paul Heyman.
There was one misstep.
Yeah, but it was like it was all right. It was forgivable.
Well, what was a misstep? Which one did you say?
What do you mean? There was more than one?
There was. I say there was one misstep. No. Well, there was one that I clearly saw that I was like, oh, come on, man. Like there was probably two or three that went down. But the one that bothered me, and I'm sorry for cutting you off. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But it's when Braun Breaker fucking hugged Paul Heyman into the fucking to the rail.
He was trying to protect
this motherfucker.
him.
He's flipped. Of course, I know what he's doing. Slut mouth. This is why you're that cousin. This is why. I'm kidding. No, it's. I was like, usually he comes in with such ferocity, and there's a way to do it and still protect him, but you could tell he lightened up fucking hardcore. Like I was like, oh come on, dude. Like go full speed and just throw your arm out and miss him. Yeah. But like corral him in. But like he walked up and he's just like it's like when I pick up Apollo after he hit his head on something, Daddy, and I'm like, oh, scoop. You know,
Scoop.
like that's what it was. It was like,
Okay.
scoop.
I can see it. I can see it. It was forgivable, though. It was forgivable.
No, absolutely, because it works with the storyline. It was great. So continue your thoughts. I'm so sorry.
No. And then I think what I liked it and what made it different was the clever win on Seth Rollins' part, right? Like taking the title, using, he Clint Eastwood that. You know what I mean? He put it on his shield, like he hit it, and then once Braun Breaker hit the spear, boom, knocks himself out. And I feel like that was clever. I liked it. It was different. That's why I thought it was a great match.
Very good writing on that.
Yes.
Because to your point, if someone's going to use their head and their shoulder as a weapon, and they're going to use your body as the target, you put something hard in between that weapon and the target.
Right.
That's 101. What better than the championship belt? His own championship belt.
Right.
So, because that, to your point, if the Primos Amigos haven't seen, he took said belt and put it in front of his stomach. So when he got speared, Breaker hit his head and his shoulder. So he took more damage than Seth did. So yes, genius writing, great. I think normally I'm not a huge fan of the run-ins, but I think the Austin Theory coming in was solid because it gave a chance for Tez to come out.
Right.
Love seeing Tez. I'm huge on him, so love seeing him fly over and flip over that rope. I wish he wasn't so goddamn good, because every time he does it, no one fucking catches him. No one catches him because he overshoots them. Because they're thinking he's not going to. I have to make sure he's safe, and this is them looking out for their coworker and friend. So I'm not eating their lunch, but they move closer because they're like, I got to make sure he clears. But he's so gifted that like his shoulder like lands on taps their shoulder on his way down. Yeah. Like when he's supposed to be landing theoretically on them and they're catching him. Like they should be catching him, and his feet hit the pavement before he even touches them. And I'm like, somebody catch this man before he hurts himself, please. So I agree with you. Right. I thought this was a very good match. A very good match. Great match. And yes, to the point, it was the best match of Clash in Italy. It was very good. Paul Heyman putting the leg up, doing all that stuff. Great. I think what threw me off about this Raw is that I saw 3 hours. And I was like, ooh, because I didn't watch it live. And then the last 55 minutes was Máscara contra Máscara. And I was like, dope. Glad they're giving people an opportunity to see this.
Yeah.
Because there are some people who won't go to YouTube and the Tipla page for whatever reason. So it was a chance for them to see what a classic that match was. But that's kind of threw me off because I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right. So he pinned. He's about to pin him. All right, great, got it. Get ready to hit fast forward, and I don't see Paul Levesque really fitting. So I'm like, cool, we're moving. And in the last 55 minutes, I'm like, oh, all right, I already watched this. So that kind of disenchanted me. I was a little disenchanted because I was like, I expect more wrestling. Oh, hey, man, 3 hours. I'm like, yes, we're going to use the 3 hours. Let's go. And then I'm like, 2:05. And I'm like, all right, here we go. And not a knock, because to your point, match of the year. Máscara vs. Máscara was absolutely fantastic. It was great. And shout out to Chad Gable for the Smackdown thing. So let's kind of move on into Smackdown. Because let's do it. Let's get in now.
Yeah.
Raw 7.
Yeah, 7. Agreed. I agree. 7. Really good episode. I liked it. Yeah. 7. But let's move on to Smackdown. Bologna, Italia, right?
What'd you call me? I'm kidding.
What'd you call me? I have one no bueno, and the rest was bueno for me, man. Let's get into it. Ready?
Yeah, look at this. You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I still won't go to a live show because I'm mad, but I'll still watch, right?
Yeah,
so,
but I'll still watch, of course. Yeah. I'm not a fucking chump. I'm not gonna pay you stupid money to go see that shit when I go watch it at home and comfort on my couch. No, thanks.
Yeah. All right, no bueno, right? I don't like the Royce Keys storyline simply because I just don't see the bigger picture yet. I don't see where they're going with this yet, because clearly there's like a relationship with like Solo Sikoa and the Samoans on the indies, right? Like he's boys with Jacob, and I guess there's something going on there with Solo. and all these things. And then obviously R-Truth being the lovable character that he is, coming to help him. But yet Damien is like, the fork in the road, like, dude, like, focus on us, don't focus on him kind of thing. But yet, the MFTs are left there beating Royce Keys up, and then Damien and Truth don't help him. So I don't like it because I just don't know what's happening. But that's just me. What did you think about it? That's why I put it in the no bueno. What did you think?
Okay. All right. This is storytelling almost at its finest.
Okay.
They're laying it out for you. They're laying it out for you. They're drawing the rift between Priest and Truth. At some point, this can come to a head. Right now, Priest doesn't agree with what Truth is doing. Why are you coming out here? It's not our fight. We have to focus on ourselves. They're showing you it's about to go down. We're bringing you the rift right here. We're showing you right now he doesn't agree with him and his actions. Because it's not like Priest was in the ring. If Priest was in the ring and R-Truth comes out to help, even if it is when Royce Keys is down and being, manhandled, different story.
Right.
Priest isn't in the ring. So they're giving you that aspect. You're showing the MFTs as a force because now you've cut 2 guys out and you're down to 3. You have to make them still look viable and strong. And they are. The 3 members they kept, 3 members I would have kept if you told me I can only keep 3.
Yeah.
Like,
facts.
I mean, that's me.
Sorry.
And no disrespect to Tagaloa and JC Mateo. No disrespect. But I mean, if you tell me I can only keep 3 or 5, I think I can build on these 3 a lot more. I can't wait for Tama Tonga. I'm gonna buy a Tama Tonga shirt. The minute they release one, I'm buying it. Like I like this dude. He gangster shit. Like this, like I'm down. I'm down. But so I think it's storytelling is best. And Royce Keys, this is a chance. Once again, he was a big acquisition. You can't leave him on the shelf. You have to do something with him. This is a way, once again, to keep him involved. Ethan Page, Rusev style. Give him time, give him storyline, because then also he can turn on Priest and Truth. You guys aren't helping me, or whatever it may be. But this is a way of keeping him involved. I don't like it because I like Royce Keys and I want him to do well. I was a fan of Powerhouse Hobbs in AEW. So I want him to do well, but I think this is character development. You're building the story because you're using him as the because everyone's like, oh man, he's getting his ass kicked. So the moment he gets his moment, motherfucker will be like, yes, and you'll get that bigger reaction. So I think this is storytelling 101. Like they're they laid it out for you. They're like, here's the blueprint. Just come along on for the ride.
Okay. All right. I like it. You know what? As you were explaining that, I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, I really just react on my emotions, like sometimes, because like sometimes I come out with some like, logical theories and you're like, wow, I didn't think about that. But most of the times I think, you know what it is? I think when I watch it live, it's like, I think about my feelings. But if I watch it later on, I watch it as an analyst, as like, okay, so this is what happened. Da, 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 da. So I saw both episodes live this week and I was like, man, this is boo. I hate LA Knight. You know what I mean? Like,
La noche in my ass.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is the thing is that, I hate work. I hate work.
Yeah.
I hate work more than fucking anything. I mean, just like hard shit. Like, this is not work to me. So when I watch the match, I watch it, and I, like you, get my feels. But before we come and talk about it, I'll revisit. And I'll read through again and I'll be like, okay. And then, because I've had a moment to live in my feelings, then the Spock in me kicks in. The Vulcan starts going. It's like logic.
It's only logical.
Logic. Shout out to Jason Rollins, who, yes, Jason Rollins. I've mentioned Star Trek on my podcast because Jason Rollins, Jay, listens every week.
Hey.
He's like, Aaron, he's like, as soon as it comes out, he's like, as we're playing Fortnite, he's like, yo, man, I put you on today. Thank you, Jason. So, Star Trek, Vulcan, but that's why I get logical. So,
facts. Ooh, I love that, man. All right. But let's get to the bueno, right? Because we got a lot of it. The first bueno, opening segment, Cody Gunther crying like a little baby. It's like, I'm getting annoyed but it's almost like I like it because it's like Gunther's cracking, right? He went from this like assassin, like just European villain to now this whiny little like privileged dude that's like, hey, and then Cody comes out and is like, hey man, we could settle this right now. Da, 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 da. And then Sami Zayn comes out and I'm just like, oh my gosh, bro, get off my TV. Like, what business do you have here? And I'm just glad that they called him out on it. I was like, didn't I beat you already? And then Cody's like, this is championship business. Like, you got no business out here. And da-da-da-da. And I'm glad Cody like tackled him instead. I'm glad Gunther pushed him in the way. He had no business being there. Get off my TV. I was really mad and annoyed, but I liked it because Sami Zayn got hurt. I was happy with it. So what did you think about the segment?
All right, so dig it. I dig it because it's great. Once again, storytelling and it's character development for Gunther because he's been the guy retiring the Never Seen 17, AJ Styles, and the menace to himself and everyone else in the ring, Goldberg.
The menace to himself.
He's retired them all. Okay, so I think this is great to your point because now you're making him la víctima. Ay, no, que me hicieron. Ay. So I love the ay. So yeah, like, so it's great. So it's great character development. Cody looks strong. What I will say about Sami Zayn, and it's the stupidest thing you will ever hear on a wrestling podcast in regards to a wrestler. Who lets this motherfucker come out dressed like that?
Yeah, bro.
I want to fire the stylist who says, yeah, you look fine. Go on national fucking TV. What? I'm watching this navy blue thing with green pants, but up to here I'm freaking green. ¿Qué?
The Como,
bro. My abuelito, who was a tailor, is rolling in his grave right now. Like, ¿quién dijo que este pendejo se viste así? ¿Quién le dijo que estaba bien? Like, I tell you. That. But to your point, I think, the inclusion of Sami Zayn, because you're still trying to keep him in. You can't put the belt on him and be, I don't know. This whole thing is just fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
This whole thing is weird to me because I don't know truly what's the end game. Like, what is the end game? Like I'm joking around about the outfit, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, great. Okay, so if you're continuing the feud with Gunther, and then to your point, like Gunther pushes him in the way and this and that, like, once again, in today's day and age, if Sami Zayn comes out and he's like, you speared me, and Cody's like, but he pulled me in front of you. I don't care. You speared me. It's like, no, motherfucker, you saw he pulled you in front of me. There's playback. You could walk behind Gorilla. You could walk into Gorilla and be like, play me the last 30 seconds. And they would have it for you
now.
I see.
Yeah, the way they cut video packages, right, in 30 seconds. I mean, they could run a replay, dude.
Give me Jeff from editing. I want Jeff. Jeff, jefe. Ven. Ya, córtalo. Like, that's so, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm Sammy, and Sammy works my nerves. He does.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because he is such a likable dude. Like, I'm sure if I met him, I'd be like, oh, nah, man, you're like a cool tail fucking dude. Like, I'm sorry,
Oh, yeah,
man.
for
I'm
sure.
Sorry for hating
Absolutely.
On you. Like, I'm sorry for hating on you, man. But it's just because they write him this way.
Yeah.
They write him this way. And that's half of the beef, is that, like, half the time when I want to hate somebody, I'm like, man, these writers are good because I want to hate you, but it's not you.
Yeah.
Damn. And 90% of the time, it's not that I hate them because they're doing something malicious. It's because it's so fucking allá. I'm just like, where are we going?
Where are we going? Right. Exactly. Exactly. But that's why I like this segment, because I have no idea what we're doing here. But let's enjoy the. Now I gotta keep watching, right? So rolling on to the next item on the list, the second Queen of the Ring match between Bayley, Raquel, Rodriguez, Kiana James, Joyce,
whose name you forgot. I'm surprised you remember it. Yeah.
I know. And JC Jane, who recently came up with Fatal Influence. Great match. Love the ending. I love that. First of all, Raquel gets the win, right? So she moves on.
Big
But
props to Big Mommy.
yeah,
Yes.
but I love the fact that Julia and Kiana broke up. I love that because to your point, there was a moment where Julia tried to help, but messes up the pin, and Kiana starts tripping, and they're like, "You messed that up for me. Like, what are we doing here? I thought we were a team. Da, 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 da. Just because you lost, I lost." That, and then boom, I ain't taking this. I'm Julia. I'm a force to be reckoned with. I'm in my hometown because I'm half Italian, even though I did most of my stuff in Japan. Let's get it. I loved it. I thought it was great, and I can't wait to see what this turns into. Because to your point from earlier, Julia's a beast. She, you put the championship on her on NXT because you know she's capable of doing some stuff. So let's unleash. Let it happen. What did you think?
I loved this.
Yeah.
This was probably my favorite segment, my favorite part of the night.
Yeah.
Raquel gets the win.
Mm-hmm.
She deserves it.
Yep.
Raquel Rodriguez has been there. She's been workhorsing it. She's done everything you've asked her to do with a smile on her face. And she's doing, and she's so much so that you finally remember her name.
Exactly.
So, love that she got the win. B, the Julia turn, I noticed the hair went blonde again. And I'm like, oh, face NXT Julia blonde. The split's coming. And then, to your point, when I forget who it was, tried to hurt Kiana James and Julia pushed her out of the way. And Kiana was like, why did you? She's like, no. She pushed you into that. I didn't.
Right.
I got rid of her after she pushed you into it. Like, I was helping you. That's what you needed. And you did it in her house in Italy. Great. So she gets a crowd reaction. People at home see this. And I would say at home, I mean here in the US. So when she comes back, she'll have a little bit more of like a, yeah, all right, Julia, like, let's go. This was great because I love the opportunities it brings. Raquel gets to advance, and who knows? Maybe she takes down Io. You might be looking at, Queen Mommy of the Ring. Like, you never know. Like, Raquel's a beast, man. She's not to be taken lightly. And then you have the Julia Kiana James split up, which is something that needed to happen. I think for both of these characters because they both can move in several different ways. Now, my fear is because, and I'm not saying this disrespectfully to any of these ladies, Kiana James is fine as shit, so they're gonna push the shit out of her because you can sell sex with her, and guys will want to watch because she is fine. Julia is beautiful as well, but I think she has to be better in matches, and she like
let her
the fluff
ring work.
There's the fluff and the stuff is what it is.
Oh,
not to say Kiana James isn't great at what she does.
Yeah,
it's not to say she's really not very good, but Julia has to be that and this. So which is why I hope that this works because I'm backing Julia like she's EO a couple years ago. Yeah. This is one I'm putting my hat. I'm hanging my hat on. I did it with Alex and John will tell you. I did it with The Rock. I did it with Randy Orton. I hung it on D-Lo. Like people that I'm like, no, they're give them the opportunity and they're going to be fine. Julia's that. Give her the opportunity. She can do it. You guys have buried her.
Yeah.
You've buried her. Let's not do it again.
Ooh, yeah, man. I like that. Feisty on that one.
I'm hot. Okay. I'm hot, man.
Yeah. But they broke though. No, but anyway, let's keep it moving. The next match. The next match. To be honest with you, match of the night for me, and here's why. Right? Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill and Michin tag match. The reason why I enjoyed this match for so much, to your breakdown, because this is the first time I see Tiffany as a wrestler and not a gymnast in the ring. She convinced me that she was not there because she was a pretty face. No, she convinced me that she was there to wrestle. She did a tremendous job. I dug it a lot. B, Jade Cargill, significant improvement. Like,
she looks good.
She's another one that convinced me that she was a wrestler. I watched this match and I was like, oh my goodness, this is a wrestling match. This is legit. Like, let's go. So
The
those are my
women's
two
matches in this carried this SmackDown.
Yes.
Because between this and the Queen of the Ring,
yeah.
carried it.
Yeah.
To your point, Jade looked good.
Mhm.
Jade looked good. I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this. I'm not a Tiffany Stratton guy.
Me neither, but I enjoyed her in this match.
I see what it is in terms of her enjoying this business and being quite good at it, and her liking this business a lot, but not loving this business. Loving this business is the way Natty Neidhart loves this business.
Right.
Loving this business is the way Becky Lynch loves this business.
Yeah, Bailey.
I don't get that from Tiffany Stratton, and which is why I feel like I kind of detach, because the favorite wrestler of all time is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. WWE or WWF, WCW, wherever Ricky went, no one had a bad word. He was the consummate professional. He worked, busted his ass, he did everything he had to do. He was the New York Knicks of 1980s wrestling. What do you need me to do? You need me to take that bump? I'll take that bump. You need me to scratch my arm because I'm grabbing the rebound, diving on the floor? That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So I think that's my disconnect with Tiffany Stratton, is I don't see it. I see, to your point that you said a couple episodes ago, that she had mentioned something about like, it's a stepping stone to my acting career or something like that, where I'm like, everybody, I'd be stupid to sit here and say you're not looking for that. Seeing what Hulk did, seeing what Rocky did, seeing what Cena did, seeing that they gave Ted DiBiase Jr. a movie, you know? Randy Orton, The Condemned on DVD, is Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know? Like,
which is a great movie. The Condemned one is incredible.
Let's slow down with incredible. Let's slow down. Slow down. But I think that's where my disconnect is. So I don't. I'm not a Tiffany guy. I'm not a hater, but I'm not a Tiffany guy. But I think this match was very good. I love Michin. Jay did an amazing job. Great, solid match all around. Women's matches made SmackDown a bearable episode, because half the other shit I was like, man,
yeah.
Man, see me, lifting me alive, couple man, see man.
Yeah. And then, okay, all right, moving on, no worries. The other Bueno item on the list, Chad Gable coming back to SmackDown as Chad Gable. Now he's, received with so much love and open arms because the crowd went crazy. They were like, Gable. And what I really liked about his return was his apology to Ray Phoenix. First of all, Ray Phoenix with a title, way more confident, by the way, because that segment between the both of them, I loved it, because Chad was like, listen, I did this for that, but spending time in Mexico and learning about the culture and understanding that it was an identity and a purpose. Like, I am sorry for, insulting you and the culture. And Ray Phoenix was like, I forgive you, but don't forget, I'm not the only one you insulted. And I was like, for you, baby, I could be. No, but it was so good. They both rocked that segment so good. And I loved it. I loved every bit of it. What'd you think?
Could be. I would like to amend my previous statement. This was my favorite part of SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because I felt it. Because honestly, this, in the grand scheme of things for me, once again, I'm an older guy. And I've been spoken to in manners that which people should not be spoken to.
Facts.
So this was great, because this was someone taking accountability for making light of things that are important to other people. Exactly, being ignorant.
Yeah.
So this was fantastic on so many levels, because I also think this was kind of like a love letter from WWE itself.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we know we've been running with this Grande Americano gig, and we've been doing it for ratings and but there's no disrespect meant by it. to the point where we have this. First of all, Kaiser speaking Spanish and 7 other languages. I follow Penta on Instagram, and Penta fucks with him a lot.
Yeah.
And Kaiser in Spanish talks to him 9 times out of 10 in these videos.
Better than us in Spanish.
Yeah, man. Like, he's straight doing it. Like,
yeah.
So I love this because I think, once again, this was a cleanup. I think this was a, hey, man, we did this for ratings, but we understand and respect what lucha libre is and what a máscara means and how it affects individuals and lives and things and
identity. Yeah,
I think Chad Gable was a great vessel to do it through because he had the whole. He did it. He did it, and he said it. I did it because I was mad at y'all, and so I wanted to fuck with y'all. And then I went down there and I learned, and I know it's not true. I know it's all, but I know Chad Gable's a respectful guy, and I know people are generally good. I'd like to believe
the message is important. That's what it is.
So that's what it was. For me, it was the message. And and that's why I love this moment. That's why I thought this was great. And I understand Phoenix being like, I'm not the only one. And I think this opens the door for when he talks to Penta. Maybe Penta's not so accepting. And now we get the build for the Intercontinental Championship that Gable should win at some point, but hopefully not beat Penta for. Like, but if
there's anyone to
Phoenix
beat Penta for, though,
well,
it would be him.
I mean, exactly. And Phoenix with a belt is, and I don't mean this, no homo. I'm kidding. He looks sexy with a belt on him. I'm like, yes, this is the look you want. You got a belt on you. Someone's apologizing to you, and he was cool with it. Yo, man, you now know what this is. Because that's exactly the way it should have been done. Kudos to the writing team on this.
Yeah.
Because this, I think, cleaned up a lot of annoying little things that bothered people, because it bothered me.
Yeah.
It bothered me. You know this. I told you when the Gundam started, I'm like, I don't like this gimmick. I don't like that this guy from anywhere from the Gulf of America is not even a real fucking thing. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't. Once again, it's my own personal stuff because of personal stuff. Like, so I think this was beautifully done, eloquently written, and a love letter to Hispanos who are WWE fans. Like, while we were doing it for ratings, this is no disrespect. This is no disrespect meant. This is nothing ill will. Like, we know what it is. And that's why I'm like, great. This was good. This was good. I'm sorry to get real like that, but
no, that was beautiful, man.
This for me was very, because I told you when that gimmick started, I don't like where this could go.
Yeah.
Because you could do it, you do a lot wrong with it.
Yeah.
And they didn't. And at the end, they cleaned it up. The worst part of it was how he was trying to mock everything and show it was bad. And at the end, he ate crow. And, hey, Ray, I made fun of you. But since I went down there and learned, and I think Chad Gable was the perfect one to do it. And that's why I'm like, if it's him and Penta, as much as I don't want him to beat Penta, if someone's going to do it and it's going to be his time, give it to him.
And it's going to be a banger, because remember their first match on the Netflix episode. I mean, it's going to be good.
They're both studs. And once again, to Primos and Primas, if you haven't, please go watch any Lucha Underground Penta match. What was he there? He was Pentagon Dark. He was Pentagon Dark in Lucha Underground. Go watch a Pentagon Dark match.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Beautifully said, Primo. That was beautiful. Well, to wrap up the Smackdown episode, and because we already touched on.
Sorry to be a downer on the end there, guys.
No, it was beautiful.
Guys. Hey,
it was beautiful.
Let's go Knicks.
Go Knicks. Go
No.
Knicks. But to wrap up the SmackDown review, because we already spoke about the second King of the Rings match for the guys, Dom, Damian, Trick, and Braun. I guess the only thing that I will say about this is I'm a little surprised that Dominic did end up winning because, with Braun Breaker in the mix, you would think he would be the one that was going to advance, but nice surprise. I genuinely was surprised, and I popped. And then once I saw the bracket, I was like, oh no, vaya con Dios, Dominic, because Oba's going to eat you alive.
Well, I think this opens up so many alleys.
Yeah.
Because this is a point where WWE is using their brain. Braun doesn't need this win. Doesn't need it. Okay. Dom, you can write through and build to this amazing storyline and build this guy who's had your IC belt for a year till Penta beat him. You've had enough faith in him. You put that belt on him for a year, so let's elevate. Let's do it. Like, I think this was, I'm good with it. I was happy. I was straight.
Yeah, man. And then overall, I give SmackDown a 7 as well, man. What did you think?
7. Yeah, 7 works.
So
7's about right.
You came in this episode thinking that they both were not good episodes, and look at you. You gave them a 7 on both.
Well, first of all, this is a C, bro. Failing upwards doesn't mean you're good. That just means you're okay. Bro, I spent my life failing upwards. Are you kidding me? I can tell you my ass from a hole in the ground, yet people love me for some reason. So, hey, here we go. All right. No. It was progressive storytelling, and it was what should have happened, and they didn't fuck anything up. That's the thing, is I didn't sit here and tell you they made a mistake. I sat there and said, I see what they're doing. Could have got a different way, but I never said this was a huge mistake, that's where you cost points. You fail when you do that. Once again, I gave him a C. I gave him a 70. 65 is failing. They're this far off. I'm not, now just notice where we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Notice where we are. I'm saying. So, but no, I thought things happened. Everything was fine. It was good. I'm just glad I get to do this with you. In all honesty, my favorite thing is that we get to do this once a week, and we've droned on for an hour and 11 minutes about 2 episodes that were shitty. I'm sorry. That's mostly me.
Well, 10 minutes belongs to the
me.
Knicks, so go Knicks. Bueno, primos and primas and listeners, let's go ahead and take this opportunity to thank all of you for watching us, for listening to us, for liking all our reels and everything that we post online, and all those things that you could find. Primo, let them know where they have to go to find it.
www.primosforlife.com. When you hit primosforlife.com, please feel free to scroll down. You will see episodes available on every platform. When you get right down to the bottom, pick a platform, click on it, hit notifications, sign me up. I want to hear about it. Play every episode. Whatever the button says, click it, because it's a great ride that Eddie and I are on, and it's even better because we know you're on it with us. And from the bottom of our hearts, we are truly thankful to every listener, every primo out there who likes, who shares, who takes a moment to listen to, who even just hits play and then, washes cleans the yard, but has us on in the background and is still paying attention. I mean, this is a gift that Eddie and I have, and we want to just continue to share it. We love to share it, and we hope that you will allow us to. So, muchísimas gracias. Stop bumbling like an idiot and say, we will see you when we see you. We love you. Thank you.
Yeah, we will see you when we see you. Take care, everyone. Go Knicks. 2 more games.
Go New York, go New York, go.
Go New York, go New York, go. Later, y'all. Peace.
Wait, let me do a manly. Go New York, go New York, go. Love it. Look at me. I am Optimus Prime.
I am Aquaman. Later.
Look at me.